Every time you climb a tower, clear an outpost, or explore a massive open world, there's a good chance Ubisoft influenced it. For over 2 decades, Ubisoft has shaped modern gaming with historical worlds, parkour movement, and a formula that millions of players recognize instantly. But these 6 games didn't just succeed. They defined Ubisoft's identity and changed how open-world games are made. And it all starts with the game that made Ubisoft a global name. Assassin's Creed 2 wasn't just an improvement, it was the moment Ubisoft found its identity. Released in 2009, Assassin's Creed 2 took everything from the first game and transformed it into something unforgettable. The world felt alive, the parkour was smoother, and for the first time, history wasn't just a backdrop, it was the main attraction. Ezio Auditore became one of gaming's most iconic protagonists, turning a simple revenge story into an emotional journey that players still remember today. Cities like Florence and Venice weren't just maps, they were playgrounds built for freedom, exploration, and vertical movement. This game defined the core of the Ubisoft formula, climbing towers, revealing the map, blending storytelling with open-world design, mechanics that would influence countless games after it. And it wasn't just critically praised, Assassin's Creed Ubisoft was a massive commercial success, turning the franchise into a global phenomenon and cementing Ubisoft as a leader in open-world gaming. This wasn't just a great sequel, this was the game that put Ubisoft on the map. Far Cry 3 is where Ubisoft's open-world formula truly took shape. Released in 2012, Far Cry 3 dropped players onto a hostile tropical island and gave them complete freedom. You could explore, hunt, craft, clear enemy outposts, or simply get lost. And the game never told you how to play. This is where many of Ubisoft's signature mechanics became mainstream. Map exploration, skill trees, open-ended combat, and a world designed around player choice. It wasn't just an open world, it was a sandbox. And then there was Voss. One of the most iconic villains in gaming history, he transformed the story into something intense, unpredictable, and unforgettable. His presence alone elevated Far Cry 3 beyond just another shooter. The game was both a critical and commercial hit, proving that Ubisoft's formula worked and could dominate the open-world genre for years to come. Far Cry 3 didn't just define its franchise, it defined an era of open-world games.
Did you see that explosion?
What? Something exploded!
And while Far Cry 3 perfected freedom on land, Ubisoft's next defining moment would take players to the open sea. Assassin's Creed Black Flag wasn't just another sequel, it was freedom, adventure, and ambition at full sail. Released in 2013, Black Flag took Ubisoft's open-world design and pushed it further than ever before. This time, the world wasn't just cities and rooftops. It was an entire ocean, filled with islands, storms, sea battles, and hidden secrets. Sailing the Jackdaw felt revolutionary. Naval combat wasn't a side feature anymore, it was the heart of the experience. Every cannon shot, every boarding, every shanty sung by the crew made the world feel alive. Edward Kenway stood apart from other assassins. He wasn't driven by duty or ideology, but by greed, survival, and freedom. A flawed protagonist who slowly grew into something more. That personal journey gave Black Flag a tone that felt mature, emotional, and human. This was Ubisoft at its creative peak. Exploration felt limitless, the world encouraged curiosity, and the formula finally felt refined rather than repetitive. It was also one of the franchise's biggest successes, confirming Assassin's Creed as a global powerhouse. Black Flag wasn't just a great Assassin's Creed game, it was the moment Ubisoft turned open worlds into pure adventure. While Ubisoft became known for massive open worlds, Splinter Cell proved they could make silence just as powerful. Released in 2002, Splinter Cell introduced players to a different kind of Ubisoft game, one built around patience, tension, and shadows. This wasn't about action or spectacle, it was about staying unseen. Light and darkness became core mechanics. Every shadow mattered, every sound could expose you, and every mistake had consequences. It forced players to think, observe, and move carefully, something few games at the time dared to do. Sam Fisher quickly became an icon of tactical stealth, and Splinter Cell helped define Ubisoft's serious, realistic side, standing apart from fantasy worlds and historical adventures. The game's influence can still be felt today in modern stealth design, proving that Ubisoft wasn't just following trends. They were setting later entries like Splinter Cell. Blacklist modernized the formula, but the foundation was built here. Splinter Cell showed that Ubisoft didn't need size or scale to create intensity, just darkness, silence, and precision.
You're finding there, man. Lambert's flipping out big time.
After open worlds, stealth, and massive franchises, Ubisoft reminded everyone that games are, above all, meant to be fun. Released in 2013, Rayman Legends showed a completely different side of Ubisoft. No giant maps, no towers, just pure creativity, precision, and joy from start to finish. The hand-drawn art style, fluid animations, and rhythm-based levels made every moment feel alive. Movement was fast, responsive, and incredibly satisfying, proving that great game design doesn't need realism or scale to be impactful. Rayman Legends also highlighted Ubisoft's artistic soul. It was playful, musical, and full of personality. A reminder that the studio could still take creative risks and deliver something truly special. While it didn't rely on massive worlds or blockbuster spectacle, it became one of Ubisoft's most critically praised games, earning its place as a modern platforming classic. Rayman Legends proved that Ubisoft's legacy isn't just about size or systems. It's about creativity, imagination, and fun. And these 6 games defined Ubisoft's journey, from innovation to dominance to pure creativity. From Prince of Persia to Assassin's Creed, from Silent Shadows to Pirate Adventures, these games didn't just succeed, they defined what Ubisoft would become. They shaped how we move, explore, and experience open worlds, and their influence is still felt in modern gaming today. But this is only part of Ubisoft's story. If you want a part 2 with games like Watch Dogs, The Division, Rainbow Six Siege, or Assassin's Creed Origins, let me know in the comments.